There's now 8. Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording. So this is the first recording of our drafting. Anyway, so with me I've got sitting here Wilfie. We've got Jugsy in the room as well.
Powerful spam bot.
Adam Whitten. You won't hear much of his spam. Hopefully with our microphones.
I'm not sure whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, but here we are.
And it looks like with our first draft we've opened a really horrible pack.
It's not that bad. We have like Viscel Soul, Rectus Cackler, Inaction Injunction as possible choices. I mean, it's not like there's nothing.
Yeah. What do we feel like playing though?
Well,
I think they're about even.
What do you think? I think Vessel Soul is better than Cackler.
Okay.
I mean, it just seems like Cackler, like, you need... If your deck isn't, like, very aggressive, Cackler is much worse. Vessel Soul is good if you're white, if you're any of the white-blue combinations, I think.
Cool. I'm going to go with Wilfie's choice, because Wilfie kind of knows what he's doing. It's probably...
Anyway.
Probably a really
Take
good
the
player.
Rune Wing.
There is no Rune Wing.
First pick.
Unfortunately, there's no Rune Wing, so... But
We
Vessel
can't take it.
But Vessel Soul will have to do,
Yeah. So, this pack's better.
yeah, it's a lot better. We can wield the steam, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
I don't think we should wield the mail and fire.
So,
Okay.
if we want to be green-white, or white-blue, we can take the Judgment, or if we want to be red-blue, then we can take the Annihilating Fire or the Thought Flare. I've really been unimpressed with red-blue. I mean, I know everyone says that, but just...
Yeah, but, like, everyone says that, and then it just ends up wheeling really
That's
hard.
true. I mean, from this pack, if we do end up red-blue, we're probably going to wheel either the Electromancer, the Instinct, or the Inspiration, which could take us in some direction, so...
Personally, I think it's Thought Flare, but we could take Annihilating Fire to keep ourselves a bit more open.
Yeah,
so we can play.
Taking a double blue card and then a double red card. I mean, not that Annihilating Fire is a huge commitment to your colours. Yeah, I'd go with the Thought Flare. Like, it leaves us still open to being Azorius splashing red, which Annihilating Fire doesn't really do.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, let's just pick this card and hopefully the next pick comes.
Yeah, that's kind of how drafts work.
No, well, I mean, sometimes it's just you wait there forever for some reason.
That's
Anyway,
true. Input
so
lag or whatever.
we've got Goblin Rally, which which for some reason still wheels online.
Yeah, it's quite
Guild
strong,
Game.
although I don't know if we want to be set. That sets us into Izzet, I think. But we don't really... We could take Ice in the Skies, puts us into Azorius, and really isn't that good if we're not populating centaurs. But
Yeah, like Eyes in the Skies is, I always see that as like more of a green-white card rather than trying to play
although I
Azorius.
think it's okay in the Azorius deck if you have enough instant speed spells like Hussar Patrols, Cancels, Syncopates, whatever, all go well with it. And you have a plan of beating them down with fires, so...
Okay.
I mean...
Very reasonable.
Go 5 color. X-ray 5 color.
Adam Whitten, penultimate national champion for Australia, is telling us to take the Axe-Me. I disagree.
Alright. So
Okay, so this pack, we've got the Izzet Charm.
which we're probably going to take.
Yeah.
And...
we've got Green White Key Rune, which is okay.
but doesn't really go well with Thought Flare.
We're probably going to see this guy come back.
That would be good. That actually would have been a reason to take Goblin Rally, but I don't super like Goblin Rally. And
yeah, like Goblin Rally is a lot better than most people give it credit for, but you don't feel bad about passing it because it does wheel.
yeah, I suppose I'm one of those people here. I haven't really been hugely impressed with it.
Yeah, but it's definitely is a charm.
Yeah.
Okay, so this pack. Yeah, it's got Azorius Charm.
There are
Sorry.
quite a few options.
Yeah, we've got Fairy Imposter as well, which isn't that bad. Even in, like, Izzet can still take kind of use of
I
it.
don't think it's as good as Vassal Soul on the balance, so if we're going to be taking an only blue card, then I think it's going to be Vassal Soul. But
Okay,
I think Azorius Charm, the Key Ring is actually the best pick here.
okay. In case you couldn't hear that, Adam said Azorius Key Rune is probably the best pick here. What's your reasoning for that one?
Fixing, and it's just a good beta too.
Okay,
but we're not necessarily
so
white.
apparently it's a fixing, but
I would take Vassal Soul.
Vassal Soul, just yeah.
I think
it's still a little bit open with Vassal Soul as well, right?
We're not certainly white.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been unimpressed with Kieran.
Okay, so
that's a late teleportal. We should probably
pretty
take
late
it.
teleportal. I think it's a very clear signal as to where we should be going.
Well, I mean, not too many decks can play it, so
yeah.
But we do want to be one of the decks that can play it because it's so powerful, especially if we expect to get those Electromancers back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I pretty much can see us getting those Electromancers back. And there's another Vassal Soul.
Yeah, I mean, still a Secret is good, but not as good as Vassal Soul, I think. Just sometimes it just doesn't do what you want it to, even if you do have a lot of ways to get through. Yeah. So I'd be happy to.
I'm happy to just
settle into
take
some
the
sort
Vassal
of
Soul. Yeah.
blue-red aggressive deck.
Okay, so this pack not so good for us.
It's okay.
If we're going with the blue-red plan.
Yeah, that is true. But Fencing Ace is a strong card.
Okay.
Which we should probably take.
Well, it's certainly probably the best card in the pack as well.
Yeah.
For us, anyway. The other cards in the pack were like Guildgate and Aerial Predation. So I think it's either Battlehorn or Transguild Promenade.
Well, yeah, that is kind of how it goes.
Yeah, like the other cards just aren't very good. But
Transguild Promenade is just not good because we don't really want to be splashing those red cards. Like, apart from Teleportal, those other cards are not. If we end up aggressive, those other cards are not something we super want. But Battlehorn is not really something you lack for. I take the land, yeah.
Okay.
You can get as many 5-drops as you want. Like.
And the Electromancer
that we want. Is it the Electromancer that we want? Yeah, that's the Electromancer that we want.
I actually just hate playing Inspiration in this format. It just feels like a bad divination. Like, the instant speed isn't very much worth it.
Electromancer turns into a good divination.
Yeah.
We could play that Shred Freak. I mean, probably not with 2 Vassal Souls, but 3 Vassal Souls rather, but it depends how our mana ends up.
Is it better than Doorkeeper?
Yeah, I don't think.
Like, we've got a bit of a flying.
Yeah, actually, probably not.
Right?
Doorkeeper is a good cyber card against some decks, but Doorkeeper and Electromancer is not really a combo. Like,
no.
Either you want an 0-4 or you want a 2-2.
Okay. I still think it's better than taking the Shred Freak.
That's reasonable.
We could conceivably not play this guy as well, and just
but it's a much better card than Doorkeeper is.
Okay. Alright.
Here we should probably just take Psychic Spiral.
Sure, it's blue. Ooh.
And the Kieran Wield.
Kieran Wield, and so did the Rootborn Defenses. Both of which are very good cards. But, was this a good pack?
Yeah, it was quite a good pack.
Okay. So we've got Scorrend and probably land. We start hiding some stuff. Sometimes people just, troll and just like leave Doorkeeper or whatever in there.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's hide that Psychic Spiral.
So it's probably Chemister. But let's just have a look at what is in this pack and probably we'll come back.
Alright.
So
if Chemister wasn't there, I'd say we'd look to be taking Explosive Impact. I mean, it's good, much better the more Electromancer you can get, and it looks to be doing what we want to do. So
it's pretty reasonable for this to wheel back to us too.
I don't think so. If we're considering first picking it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Like,
what are we actually going to see come back then? Like maybe the Pursuit.
Probably not Pursuit.
Okay.
I'd say probably Cobbleroot or Racketeer. Cobbleroot.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, do you think people have picked up on how good this card is now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So yeah,
But it
goes in Rakdos as well, right?
I think the best target for it is the Grim Roustabout.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. All right, so yeah. Aside from that, it's a pretty easy pick. Okay. This is
a bad pack.
Yeah, it's a pretty good pack for us.
Someone took a rare, which, is pretty lucky.
Yep. on Guild Rare, on Color Rare, seems okay.
Yep, can we hide that Psychic Spiral?
Ah, yeah, of course. Definitely not playing this guy.
So,
yeah, what do you reckon?
I'd say the choices are between Annihilating Fire or Soulspawn Spirit. Annihilating Fire is stronger, but depends on how our mana is going to look.
Yeah, well, the other thing is we do have the Promenade.
That's true, but we're probably not going to be white, so I think it's reasonable to take the Annihilating Fire. I mean, it's a much better card than Soulspawn Spirit.
It's kind of awkward with our souls.
But, if we trade it, it's not like we have to play it on turn.
Yeah,
3.
that's true. It is removal. Removal, you do not have to play any on curve. So yeah, this Soulsworn Spirit, I actually don't. I think it's an easier choice because no, we're not the right deck for it. Like our guys already have evasion.
Sure, but I think
utility.
It's actually better when your guys have evasion because it has evasion itself. Like having a team of all evasive guys is much better than having one guy that doesn't evade, if that makes sense, which I think it does.
Okay. We can fix that in editing. So what we've got here is not a lot of stuff for us. Yeah. It's a good pack though, unfortunately. So there's like long legs, guild mage, just not for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards in the colors we aren't.
So I think it's just a grasp. Like it's actually something we conceivably could play. Otherwise, if we
I think the white train has sailed, especially with the Chemister and an Annihilating Fire, and also an Is a Charm and Electromancer. Like all of those cards kind of commit us to red if we want to be red.
And yeah, like we do have some ability to splash, but
not
for Sunspire Griffin. Exactly.
Although this is a pretty disappointing third pick, I will have to admit.
Yep. Okay, so this is okay, I guess.
Yeah,
we'll get the Rick Smarty Guild.
We have two choices. We can take the Injunction, which gets better the more Electromancers you have, or the Electromancer, which makes not too much we have better, but definitely has a high potential to make things good.
It feels like which one we think is going to wield?
Neither of them is going to wield. This pack isn't very good.
Okay.
Like, what combination
I feel
of
like
cards
we
are going
should
to get
take
taken?
the Electromancer.
I think so too. What combination of cards are going to get taken that would allow that to wield? Chronic Flooding? That's realistic.
Yeah, you got a good point there.
Yeah,
Electromancer it is. Yeah. Okay, so
do we take this Inspiration we still don't want? I mean, it is good with Electromancer. It turns into a real card.
It looks like if we get like the one more Electromancer that does fulfill the dream, right? Like we kind of want this.
I like it regardless. Like
okay.
It does what you want to do.
Yeah. So what else is in here? The General is okay. It's going to be a pretty good.
And the Guild Gate, but not really too much that we are
worried about anyway. It's pretty standard things. Yeah.
Yep. So
Inspiration.
Let's take this Inspiration and move on with our lives.
All right. Wow. This is another pack that we just get nothing.
No, it's okay. Essence Backlash is not that bad if you have Electromancers. Like, the thing is, there are so many cards in it that get better once you have Electromancers that while it doesn't seem so strong, it is really important to your game plan. Like, Essence Backlash goes from being totally unplayable to a blowout some percentage of the time, and while it's not a huge percentage of the time, it's enough that's okay, I think.
Cool.
And, I mean, it's not like we really have another good option.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can cope without having another Paralyzing Grasp. Unfortunately, Grasp just doesn't do enough. Okay.
Big rig.
The rig. So, everyone's favorite Flippy card.
Flippy card?
I don't know.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Point is, there's a rig in the pack.
Yeah, I'd take the rig, I mean.
Rig is pretty comparable to this guy.
You think so? I think it's much better. Like, the fact that you get to afford them when it dies, maybe. Well,
relevant, yeah. So Paddy doesn't like this card because it just never does what you want it to do.
Well, it does what you want it to do sometimes, but I think it's enough better than Cobble Brute for us to take it. Like,
yep.
And
yeah, I'm a rig fan myself, actually. So that's because I like Chance.
Cool.
So in this pack, I think it's actually Electrickery. Well,
I don't really like Electrickery. I haven't been impressed with it. I'd take the Guild Gate in the chance that we want to splash something. Yeah.
Sure. I think it's actually pretty reasonable. We still got like Fencing Ace and Resource here.
Well,
and we could
Fencing Ace. We don't have.
Well, not Fencing Ace. Sorry.
We don't have anything that we want to splash at the moment, but it's not unreasonable. If we do get something, we want to splash it. So
you might crack Archon.
The Pack Rat.
The Pack Rat.
All right. Wolfie, not impressed with my Electrickery reasoning. Okay, not a very good pack, but
what now? Like with 6
still,
cards
yeah,
left.
it's still a bad pack as well. This was the pack with
Still got like the second,
Alright,
you would have taken the second.
let's take Racketeer.
I say take Drainpipe Vermin just in case Crack Rat's as good as you think it is.
I don't think it's Drainpipe Vermin.
Let's take Racketeer and move on.
Racketeer.
That is my assessment.
Yeah. Like, probably doesn't even make the deck. I think Dino Charge.
Yeah.
Dino Charge I've been very impressed with lately. Especially if you couple it with a few Splatter Thugs. Like, you don't even need Splatter Thugs. Like, even Gorehouse Chainwalkers. Which,
sure.
I know they're cards we don't have at the moment, but...
It's not like there's another good choice.
Yeah.
You can pick up more birds, trick, and actually